And welcome back, everybody, to TaosSports.com. I'm Rudy Baca, your play-by-play announcer, here on the field for the grand opening of the Taos Eco Park here in beautiful Taos, New Mexico. To the right of me, I have the director of UNM Taos and, of course, the development guy for UNM Taos. And Dr. O'Neill, what do you think about this venue so far?
Oh, it's incredible. You just couldn't ask for a more professional, super facility. We're sitting here looking out at Taos Mountain. The sun's shining. You've got everybody here, from little kids to seniors to people who are, youth who play on these fields as well. I mean, this is just an incredible day for the Taos community. And we're real proud that the Lobos are here and that we have a Taos branch of UNM here as well. So we're real excited.
Absolutely. And Luis, a Division I school for the Denver Pioneers and the New Mexico Lobos couldn't be a greater venue.
It's a great venue, and it's an exciting game. The score's tied up, and the fact that the entire community can come out and get excited and get pumped about the Lobos being here, it's very inspiring.
Absolutely. Dr. O'Neill, tell us a little bit about what your role is here for the university, and what does the community get out of a community college?
Well, really, it's true to the name. The community is very much a part of the community college. And to give you a sense, I just talked to Nick Strait, who's doing some continuing ed courses, and just meeting with Justin Lee, who's the Sports Alliance director, and they're putting together some rafting trips, some digital photography courses, fly fishing, all sorts of different opportunities, so that when people come here for games, they can also enjoy the physical beauty and grandeur of the Taos area. We've also got a lot of vendors here, and somebody was just telling me some of the hotels are filled up with folks coming here for this event, and we're real excited about that. So we have culinary arts students who are here with Benji Apodaca. They're serving up food here, and this is just a great example of our hands-on experience that we bring to the community here, and the important role of education. So we're real proud to be part of this today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. O'Neill and Luis Moya, for joining us here on the program. We look forward to seeing you guys throughout this event, and all the people here. The community has been showing great, and it's just something that we would never have ever thought that would happen here in Taos. And Dr. O'Neill, thank you for joining us here on the program. Any final words?
Good luck, Mr. Baca, and we're just real proud of you and your radio presence here today. So have a good time and enjoy the game.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Luis, thank you for joining us here on the program as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baca. I appreciate it.
All right. Jake, what do you think, man? This thing's really getting going now.
Yeah, the Lobos have had a couple of good opportunities, one off of the restart there, and then a good win in the midfield here to force the turnover. And I've done a good job of maintaining possession to start the second half.
All right, so the Lobos have changed sides of the field for us here, and looks like we are going to have out-of-bounds play here for the Lobos, and let's see what happens. Looks like they're bringing in another ball onto the field.
Kind of an over-enthusiastic ball boy.
So the ball in play for the Lobos.
Bad turnover.
And the Denver Pioneers capitalize on that turnover, and they'll run this thing down the other end. So Lobos and the Denver Pioneers all tied up at 1. And
the Pioneers have come out with some pretty good energy here in the second half. They look a little more attack-minded. They might have been looking to absorb a little bit more in that first half and see how things played out, not being sure about the facility and such, and now are a little more willing to take chances.
And there's a shot on the ball, nothing there. Lobos control it, and then a drag down from behind, and dragging down one of the Lobos, and it looked like
Carson Baldinger got taken down there.
Yeah. So the Lobos now with Smith on the left side, sends it into the middle of the field. Devin with a shot, nothing there. He gets bounced out of there.
Just missed on that. You could see him trying to measure that.
So here comes the Lobos again, facing these Denver Pioneers who clear it out to the defenders. Back way big, Drew Becky And then this side over into the feet of Niles Schofield.
Josh,
and
bad
then
pass to Josh Wren there, and good results in a turnover to New Mexico.
So the Lobos will get it back here. Bringing it in for the Lobos will be Levy Rossi, and he gets it in. And they'll rotate it to the backfield, into the defenders. So the defenders will keep it back here, trying to draw the defense. Ball goes up to Smith on the left side. Works the ball a little bit, and then taken away from him. And then Green tries to save it, doesn't do that. It goes to the left side. And then a fallen Lobo player, and chasing it down on the left side for the Denver Pioneers. He'll get it into the middle of the field with Mark Wiegand, and then Mark Wiegand will send it all the way down. Javier with the header.
Nice touch. Nice touch by Blake.
And here comes Blake up the left side. He's got a lot of field.
Good numbers. Ball played into the middle, and just couldn't quite get through the defense there.
Header back to the defenders. Control, they'll get it on this side. They get it all the way down to Ribaldo, and Ribaldo kicks it out back to Green. He'll play for Rossi, and Rossi back to Green, and then he'll send it all the way back to the inside to Kyle Vetter. And then falling down and staying on his feet was Javier Gomez, and then Javier tries to steal it and then sends it out of bounds. So the Denver Pioneers will control the ball here, still with the defenders. They'll kick it off to the left side, comes all the way out to Josh Witten. Josh Wren, center field, left side, nice back kick.
Excellent defense there by the Lobos. It was perfectly played. The defender was in the perfect spot to intercept that pass.
And these guys are notorious. If you just feel the energy down there, it's just amazing what these guys are doing. And that'll be out of bounds on the goalie for the Lobos. 1-1. 13 minutes in.
Pioneers are showing a lot better possession to start the second half. Let's see if the Lobos can absorb this little shift in momentum and energy for the Pioneers now, and then force a mistake that we can capitalize on.
Again, the Pioneers with the ball. They're going to try to get it to the center of the field, which they do. They'll get some dribbling here, and then all of a sudden Green steals it away, gets it up here, and Devin tries to go out and grab it, misses it just a bit. And then again, Devin with it, and he's going to wait, pass it off, goes up to the side, all the way to Smith. Smith trying to chase it down, does just that, and then stolen away from him.
Bit of a push. You can really see Blake Smith's speed on that left wing. To start the game, we were coming to this side, then we moved Blake into the middle later on in the half, and we didn't have quite as much attack out of the left, although Javier has done a really good job of stepping out of the back and filling that space on the left side to build the attack. It's probably been our little bit better, stronger side to start this half. Let's see if we can use both the right and the left for the attack.
So here's the long kick. Lobos in front of it. Defenders trying to defend that thing. Goes out of bounds, and that's kicked way out of bounds. Travis Campbell with the kick.
Stayed in play.
Stayed in play. So again, the Denver Pioneers on the attack. Again, they have had the ball on their side of the field on the offensive end throughout most of the second half. 15 minutes in. All tied up at 1 apiece. And the momentum still with the Denver Pioneers as they have had some good opportunities and then cleared it out to the defenders for the Lobos. Looking for something to happen here, the Lobos, and then they kick it.
Nice play.
Nice control, and then
touch.
loses it
Bad touch.
to Johnson. Then Johnson back out into Metzenberger, and then Green gets it back.
Michael Green plays it in, and that ball was a little too ambitious. Should have been a little more patient there, but Lobos looking to mix up the attack with quick counters as well as possession and the build.
Denver Pioneers come out of the pack with it, go up the right side. Nick Brandt on the attack, and Nick gets picked, and then he dishes it off. And then again, Blake Smith. Devin. And back over to Javier. And Javier kicks it up front. Headed off. Devin trying to battle for it. He loses it. Denver Pioneers on the attack right side. Waiting for some midfielders and some forwards.
Good numbers for the Lobos. You can see there's like 2 on 3 on 6 there. Good job by the defense.
Uh-oh. And it goes back out, gets into the feet of Levy Rossi. Levy Rossi leaves it for Ronaldo. So Rivaldo just lost it there.
Nice step.
And then Green.
Great step.
Rivaldo. Back to Green. Nice passing here by the Lobos. They get it all the way over to Javier. Javier back over to Smith and back to Javier.
Lobos looking to work side to side, trying to create that space again.
So Rossi will chase it down.
A little fatigue maybe setting in. They have to suck it up and play a little more crispier.
And again, high altitude will do it to you every time. Bring out that conditioning in you, and that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, both of these teams are at 5,000 feet or higher, but 7,000 feet higher than that.
Indeed. So here comes the Lobos. We got, and there's a penalty flag.
There's the foul.
That will go against
Carson Baldinger on the foul there.
And now some discussions here happening between the referee and Ballwinder.
I think the referee was unhappy with the fact that he didn't really have a play on that ball and tried to play through the player's legs. It's not a good thing to do.
No. 9 times out of 10, that'll result in him falling on the ground. Here comes the Lobo. Goalie will take control of that.
Good communication between the defense and the goalkeeper there.
The goalie, Justin Holmes, for the Lobos. And here comes the pass to Green in the middle.
Just like we have a number of New Mexico players on the team, like we should be in the New Mexico Lobos. Coach Fishbein is from Indiana originally, and there's good Midwestern flavor to this team too. Players from Ohio, Indiana, other parts of the Midwest where his recruiting base is.
So the Lobos with their defenders trying to get something to happen. They go into the middle of the field with Green. Green controls it, gets it to this side. They're looking for Levy Rossi,
nice,
and then they got
channel. Nice ball into the channel to Rivaldo.
And ball goes out of bounds, and it goes over to the Denver Pioneers.
It'll be a throw in. It's a good opportunity for Lobos to try and win this and get a good attacking opportunity out of a turnover if they can force it now. There's a substitution. And Carson Baldinger going out. And Michael Tafari coming in from Boise, Idaho.
And for the Denver Pioneers, looks like running off the field is Alex Ternazzi. Coming in for him, looks like Jared Stiegel will come in and replace him. So a couple of player changes.
Yeah, it's in players that haven't been on the field yet too. First appearance for both of those switches there.
So again, the Lobos and the Denver Pioneers all tied up at 1:19 minutes in to the second half of play. And ball goes out of bounds, stays with the New Mexico Lobos. 20 minutes into the second half.
The forward that came in for the Pioneers is a very tall player, looking to win some of those long balls that they play into the top, make it a little harder for our defense to control that long kick that they like.
So again, the Denver Pioneers, a little bit sort of dominating this particular half, and they continue to keep the ball on the offensive end.
Well, they've dominated the possession, but they really haven't created many scoring attacks.
Yeah.
Many opportunities out of that. But they maintain the possession really well. So looks like the Lobos need to tighten up the space a little bit, force a few more turnovers, and then maintain possession a little bit better when they do get the ball.
So the Lobos and their goalie have it, and they're going to try to bring it in. He'll pick it up off the floor. 21 minutes into the second period, and the ball deeply kicked, and that will go out of bounds. I think the wind got that one, Jake.
I probably misjudged a bit. The wind's kind of in his face, but it blew it too far to the, what is that, east?
Southeast, we could say. So the Denver Pioneers will bring it inbounds. Off Javier.
A little bit of a push, he got caught on that. The referee gives the ball correctly to the Pioneers, but they turn it right back over.
Green backs it out over to Rossi. Send it to the left side. Javier, Green.
Nice
Green
ball,
sends it
great
forward.
ball.
Ronaldo, ball in. Oh, and just picked out of
Good
there.
job by the goalkeeper to read that pass.
Lobos with an opportunity there, doesn't capitalize, but nonetheless.
Again, a long diagonal pass out of the wide back, very typical of the Lobos attack today.
Big kick and missed header for the Denver Pioneers, and the Lobos will get it right back.
Same kind of ball on the other side.
So the Lobos will get it back here. 22 minutes in, all tied up at 1 apiece. Second half of play. Final second half of play. Ball's kicked deep.
It's gonna, good job by the defense to win that. Good win by.
Up front, a shot on the ball. Nothing there.
Not quite struck hard enough. Good counter-attacking shot by the Lobos.
And then a steal there by Allwinger, and he tries to get it over to Devin, and Devin battling for it hard. And then Devin still on his feet with the ball. He passes it off. It goes back over here into the hands of Rossi.
Great ball, great ball. That's a good ball.
Oh, and
Good
just
job by
stole
the
out of there.
goalkeeper again.
Denver Pioneers on the attack
Quickly
now.
on the counter. The Lobos have good numbers back. There's 7 players back behind the ball. They're very good maintenance of defensive shape there.
Denver Pioneers with the ball.
Nice step.
Smith
nice step in
takes
to
it away.
win that. It's really good defensive technique there, the way he stepped into the to win the ball.
So it was Smith with the pass, looking for the pass up front, and then it goes, just stays in bounds for Denver. Nope, they call that out of bounds. So now player change for the Lobos as Blake Smith heads to the bench. Replacing him is Patrick Pacheco, if I'm not mistaken.
Lobos have had good luck there on that left side. Let's see if Patrick can continue that and create a good scoring opportunity here.
So Devin up front, he's got an opportunity and a shot, and just misses.
Saved by the keeper. Good effort by the keeper to save a corner kick there.
So the Lobos with Devin, and he misses one. Devin Sandoval. Denver Pioneers with a booming kick, and right back to the Lobo keeper. Justin Holmes, the goalie. For
Look,
the
almost like a
Lobos.
training exercise there. You play goalie wars if the goals real close to each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't make for very exciting soccer.
No. And there's a big kick by Justin, and that will go out of bounds. 25 minutes into the second and final period, all tied up at 1 apiece.
Nice win there by the Lobos. Good job by Patrick to force the turnover.
Ronaldo with it, over to Green.
Nice run here on the
He's
wide
got on
right.
the
He
right
finds
side,
him.
Rossi.
Nice pass.
And now cross, good early cross to the back post. A little too far. Good attack, though. Much better ball movement by the Lobos. The ball kept moving throughout that possession. Found run early, and he crossed it early. Very good attack.
Denver will get it back here as their goalie will kick it off the ground and put it in play.
See all the Lobos concentrated in the center of the field, hoping to outnumber them and win the ball back. Again, the ball is really carrying in this wind.
Any high kicks carry for at least 10, 15 feet further than what they usually would because of that wind. But the wind has died down a little bit here in Taos. Very little. So, out of bounds again. Denver Pioneers will get it back here as they get a running start. Oh, went a little bit too far there.
Yeah, that's another one of those judgment things in soccer. Sometimes you see the players like inching up the field about 25 yards.
Yeah. So Denver gets it back in, stolen away by the Lobos.
Good double team there. Good win by the Lobos.
Green trying to do something with it, gets it over to Ronaldo.
Maintain that ball.
Waldo just tries to get it off, doesn't get the pass to get there, and back over this way.
Lobos need to drop a little bit. There's opportunities in the splits there, and the Pioneers find them. That's tough right there. They're using the space really well. The Lobos are a little more stretched out. Their defense isn't as compact as it was to start the game.
So Devin on the attack, he sends it forward.
He looks for Patrick. Great ball. Get on it, Pat. Good control. Good patience. Good decision, Patrick.
Patrick tries to take it on the inside. Shot,
shot.
Patrick! Oh, that
Well
would have been
done.
something. The crowd would have went crazy if Patrick would have scored there.
Great shot by Patrick. Good sequence altogether. Good control. Realized that the advantage wasn't there. Showed a little patience, and then created a good opportunity.
So Patrick Pacheco, homegrown here in Taos, New Mexico, with an opportunity there. Misses a little wide off the right side of the net, but good patience and a good shot for Patrick.
You can see the tall offensive player for the Pioneers challenging on those balls, trying to create a misjudgment by our defense and an opportunity. Another nice cross.
Oh.
Nobody there on the backside. Momentum starting to shift again a little bit. Possession is a little more even. Lobos getting a few more attacks.
So 28 minutes into the second half of play here. Still knotted up at one apiece. Both clubs looking for a win here. The Pioneers clear it out with the goalie. Goes deep, and then out of bounds it goes. No, it still stays in bounds.
Good job.
Patrick Pacheco. And then it goes off Devin, and Denver will retain possession.
It's a little
And then
little more pressing by the Lobos, but with purpose. Instead of chasing the ball, they're trying to pin them in and make them pick one side so they can be a little more predictable. We have a better chance of intercepting the passes that way.
So, the Lobos again with Javier on the right side, backs it out to the defenders. Michael Capri sends it over to Rivaldo. Rivaldo with a pass to Devin, couldn't get it there. Stays here with the Lobos. They're looking for Rossi on the corner.
That's right, looking for him wide here to kind of split the defense a bit. Stretch him and use the space.
And there's the penalty.
A little bit of a delayed call there. The referee looking to see if any kind of advantage developed before he blew the whistle.
So the Lobos will get a kick here from the point of the infraction. And looks like Green will get the honors here as he will put it in play.
A little too far to shoot. I would expect more a pass to the back post, and there's plenty of players. There's one running near post and went too early.
And here's the call.
There it is. Go out for a corner.
So now as Jake has called, it looks like we're going to get a corner kick for the Lobos, and hustling to that side of the field is Michael Green. So Michael Green and Patrick Pacheco going over
goes
there.
out for the short option, draws a defender with him to create a little more space for us to use here in front of the goal. So you can see two defenders having to go out. can there be a little bit more room in front, a little less congested in front of the goal. Take the short option. Oh, bad.
And stolen away. And Denver
Good hustle.
gets it back.
Now the Lobos are in
Attack,
decent shape.
get it to the defenders. Big booming kick on a pass. A lot of headers there. Javier Gomez will let it bounce to the goalie, and they'll regroup it here.
Good
Big
throw.
pass.
Good throw. Right in front of him. Well played.
Stolen away again. And then the penalty, and that one is going to go against Kyle Venter.
Kyle's had a really good game. It was a good step. Unlucky on the fall.
So they'll put it at the spot of the infraction.
I would see the Pioneers with their long chance. Again, 6 players over on the edge of the box.
And here comes the kick. Right up the center of the field. And then cleared out. And out of play it goes. Bounced out of there by Michael Green.
Good adjustments by both coaches. Coming out of half, the Pioneers picked up the energy a little bit, maintained possession better, had the better of the play for a little while. Was countered by some changes in personnel by Coach Fishbein. Game settled down a little bit more, a little more even now. So good adjustments both sides by the coaches.
And that will go out of bounds over to the Lobos, and the Lobos will get possession back here. Bringing it in is Kyle Venter. And Venter will take his time down there as they have a player change. Looks like, let's see who came into the game there. Looks like Riley McGovern into the game.
And for Levi Rossi.
And Levi Rossi takes it for it.
And these are, the spring games don't count in the official record, so they are opportunity for the coaches to see the players in different kinds of situations, different kind of positions, a little more experimentation than you'll see in the fall.
So again, the Denver Pioneers get the out of bounds play here. They'll get the ball back.
But make no mistake, these two teams really want to beat the other team.
Oh yeah, you can feel that right down there on the field. And these fans need a Lobo win today. So right now, player down on the field, can't see who it is just yet.
Might be Javier.
And that does look like that is Levi Rossi. It looked like Levi Rossi. I can't tell right now. A little bit too far. So, Lobos going to the middle of the field. Michael Carafi. Nothing there. Going around with it now. Green with it. Oh, Green with a nice stop and go on that ball. And here comes the Lobos.
Flags up. Called him for being in an offside position there. The Pioneers holding the line very nicely. Takes a lot of discipline on defense to hold your line when you can see them making runs behind you and you're wondering if the ball's going to go there or not. Takes a lot of discipline to stand in that spot and not go.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as they regroup here, they'll get the ball over back into the Lobos'
hands. There was a foul call by the center before the offside call, so Lobos are going to maintain the possession further up the field.
Yeah,
must have been a foul that went before the offside.
So Green will put it in play, Michael, from the left side of the field.
Just a little bit of an overlapping run to draw the defender by Javier. Good job.
And here's a shot.
Unlucky on that.
They'll pass it back out to the outside, get it into Lobos all the way back out to Travis Campbell. Travis will send it in the middle of the pack. And that gets bounced outside. And that's going to be a corner kick.
Throw in New Mexico.
So the Lobos will get a throw in here.
They were a little bit impatient on that. The team, the shape hadn't been able to reset, and the attacking players weren't in good enough positions to make those runs before he played that ball a little early.
So the Lobos get it in play. They'll send it to the middle of the field. They got one guy open. Nothing there. They'll bounce it back out. Patrick Pacheco was in the vicinity. Doesn't get it to get to his side.
Swing it.
They'll wing it out. Get it out here. And looking for a play. Wanted an easy pass.
Good technique by the defense. That's exactly what trying to cut out that split pass.
And Green with the steal. And gets it up into a shot on the inside. Patrick Pacheco gets it this way. And here comes the
Continue on the overlap.
Riley McGovern with it right now, looking for Patrick. He gets it to Patrick on the left side.
Timing on that run by Patrick.
Patrick with a run. Oh!
Excellent run by Patrick on that. The timing was perfect between him and the pass. Kept him onside. Excellent first-time ball on the cross. Very good job by Patrick.
So the Lobos will keep it here as they're going to try it again. They're going to try a corner kick now. Running over there looks like it's going to be Blake Smith going to take that corner kick, and the Lobos are going to stack it. We'll give it to Jake to give this one. He likes to call the corner kicks.
Going back to the far post, there's no short option this time. It'll be a ball played into the box. See if he can hit it low and hard, and good job by the defense, but we should be able to maintain position.
So Patrick Pacheco will pick it up off the ground out there off the left side and sends it into play. Goes all the way to this side of the field, and then it's headed out of there by the Denver Pioneers.
A little ambitious there, but I could see what he was trying to do is to get it to the back post again and switch the field very quickly.
So a heads-up play by the Denver Pioneers, who managed to get the ball back here, and they will take it from the spot of infraction. Apparently there is some kind of infraction there. Oh, here comes Denver up the right side.
Lobos trying to cut out this side of the field, make them play to that side, and they've been able to do that so far, not allow the switch and win that pass. Unfortunately there, they got it through. It was a good job by the Pioneers there.
And then the ball will go out of bounds, but it stays with the Denver Pioneers.
You see the Lobos cutting off the field here and then trying to force the split, but hoping to step in and win that split and counter off of that intercepted pass. But it was a really good job by the Pioneers to find the guy.
And we're 38 minutes into the second and final period here, all tied up at 1 apiece. And Jake, will we see an overtime period here if they finish 1-1?
No, it'll end in a tie, I'm sure.
So the ball gets put in. Green with it.
There's a push called in the box there, Lobo ball. Again, those balls in the air that both players have to get up and challenge for them. It's dangerous if one of them doesn't, and when that happens, usually the referee will blow the whistle.
So there's the kick by the Lobos. Goes very deep. Header.
Nice.
They got Devin up front. He's got an opportunity. Devin up front again. Stops and then gets pushed out of bounds. No call.
The referee looked and waved his hands to the side there. He's going to have no part of a penalty kick today.
The fans didn't like it.
You're going to have to be running with the ball at your feet and taken down from behind to get a penalty today.
So the Pioneers battling hard, and so are the Lobos. That'll go over here to the middle of the field and back out to the defenders for the Denver Pioneers. And the Denver Pioneers will clear it out. They'll put it in the feet of Theodore Romaine, and Theodore gets it on this side to Josh Wren, and he sends it way deep. And then Smith tries to battle for it. And then double teamed, taken,
nice.
And what a play, and that's a penalty.
That looked like a clean tackle. You can see the advantage that number 28 has brought to the Pioneers. They're getting the ball into the middle of the defense now with possession, and he's winning the touch. In the first half, the Lobos were winning all of those balls. Now he's getting his share of them, and the Pioneers are benefiting from it.
So now they give the penalty to Michael Caffrey.
I would be surprised if 28 isn't the target on this. He's the tallest player on the field. In that bunch of 5 players over there for the white.
And there's the shot.
Yeah, that went straight to goal, or
Yep.
he miskicked it, one or the other. Again, fortunate for the Lobos, 28's a dominating player.
Yep.
Would have been a good target.
Yep. So the Lobo goalie will put it in play. Justin Holmes ready to put it in play. There's the kick.
Number 4 here that came in for the Lobos here recently is Riley McGovern. He's from Farmington, another New Mexico player. He's a redshirt freshman. I'm sure he's pretty excited to get his opportunity on the field.
So the Denver Pioneers up the right side again with...
That's much better, cutting out the split and winning the ball on the pass. Very good.
Sakarfi, and it gets sent out of bounds. That will stay with the Lobos as Michael Caffrey was trying to do something with it. He'll get it back, sends it over to Smith, and nothing there.
Again, you can see how compressed the defense is on that side. There are 7 players within about 10 yards of each other, and they force the turnover.
So now the Denver Pioneers in the corner trying to get something to happen, and then the penalty flag.
There's the flag. There's the call right on the sideline. That was the assistant referee helping the center referee with that call, waving his flag, indicating the foul that happened right in front of it.
So right now we're close to the conclusion of this game. It's all dependent on when the referees want to call this. We've exceeded the 80-minute mark.
No, we'll go to 90 minutes.
Oh, we're going to 90 minutes. That's right. We forgot about the 45 minutes. We've been doing 40 all day.
Yeah, the time goes by age, and older players, U18 and up, will play the full 45 like a professional match.
Come on, D! Get it out of there!
So here's the kick in the middle of the field and just out of there.
It's basically just like a corner kick, right on the touchline, played in just like you would a corner kick to the far post. Lobo's pretty lucky to get out of there without a shot on goal, without the ball hitting the target, because the was a really well-struck ball, and the Pioneers had really good numbers in the box, better position than we did on the defense that time.
So again, the goalie will clear it out for the Lobos. Denver with the header, sends it back to the defenders of the Lobos, so they'll have to reset this. They'll kick it back over. Another big kick by the Lobo goalie, and he'll send it out of bounds. And that will go all the way to Highway 17. Player change. Patrick Pacheco will take a breather. Coming in for him is Javier Gomez. And Javier quickly gets some action there. Green sends it high, looking for Smith. And Green back over. They'll get to this side. Looks like he got an opportunity. It's up front. Oh, just taken out of there. Javier had a header on it. Just missed it. They'll back it out.
That was an intentional flick. That was a good pass. Passed it right to that guy so they could maintain possession.
Goalie for the Denver Pioneers will clear it. As the temperatures here in Taos have plummeted just a little bit. Another big kick. Big guy with a nice pass.
Again, he wins the header.
And a shot on the ball. Right to the goalie.
Good awareness by the keeper then.
Keeper sends it out quickly. Got Javier on the left wing.
Something in the middle, very
into
nice.
Green.
And now on this side, number 5 running. And got him. And now we have numbers on the back post. Let's see if he plays in across.
A give and go, just out of there.
Well done. That's what happens when you have good shape on the attack, though. If the ball's misplayed, you still are able to maintain possession because of the placement of the players. They're in the right spots.
Again, back over to the Lobos as they try to control here. Green with it. He's going to send it all the way to Rossi on the left side. And back to Green. Green will send it over into the inside. Nothing there. Bounces out of there. Green gets it back. Little pass over to Javier.
Great shape by the Lobos. They're winning the ball back. The Pioneers are finding it really hard to get out of their own half of the field.
So here comes the Denver Pioneer goalie. He's going to kick this thing out of there again. There's the boot. Goes deep. Big header. And that will go out of bounds. Let's see who gets the ball here. Denver Pioneers apparently have it in their possession. They will put it in play.
Yeah, that time Levi Rossi won the header, but it went out of bounds over to turnover.
Ball put into play, go to the bigger guy, and then again sent out of bounds, stays here with the Denver Pioneers. Player change for Denver as they.
This looks like a long throw coming in here. This guy was subbed in for his throw.
There's the header, nothing there.
Well done. And he's looking for 28 there.
Yep. Denver with the control. Smith trying to attack. Gets turned around. And then the penalty on Smith.
You can see the Pioneers are figuring they're not going to have too many more chances. They subbed in the guy with the longest throw. He tried to throw it to the near post to get a shot on goal.
Again, Denver with a kick on the right side. And they're going right to the middle of the field, and that will go out of bounds.
It's a good height on that ball. It was a pretty well struck, but he hit it just a little bit harder than he wanted. Having a hard time judging the wind.
So here comes the New Mexico Lobos on the attack as they keep it with the defenders in the backfield, run out trying to create some space. And then they go to Smith, and he loses it, and then he gets it, tries to get it back, and Denver clears it, but Green waiting, dishing back over to Green. Then he gets a ball, he gets it over to Javier, and back over to Green. And Green looking for something to happen. He'll clear it way out here to this side in Riley McGovern, and then Riley up front. Pass. And another ball on the field. They'll clear it back out. Smith, Green, Javier. Pass on the inside.
Offside on the far side.
Yep.
Tell the Lobos know that their attacking opportunities are numbered as well, and they're trying to be patient with the ball and create a good play out of that. And misjudged that and got caught offside.
So Denver will kick it up here and back over to the Lobos, and then a penalty flag up as a trip ensues. The Lobos will get it back here.
You're going to have to play this long, and I would imagine back to the middle here, close to number 5. Yeah, they're pushing players up to the side of the post.
And there's a shot. Oh!
Quite a kick.
Denver Pioneers will control the ball here. And up forward, now go right back to the Lobo defenders, and they'll take it from there. And Lobos with another big kick, and that will be cleared out by the Pioneers.
Game.
And that's the game. This game will end 1-1. We want to thank everybody for joining us here this evening. Lobos won. The University of Denver Pioneers won.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Jake, what a game here tonight.
How about another big
Yeah,
hand
it was a
for
great
the
game.
Denver
It was,
Pioneers and
probably a little
our
more energy in
University
the
of
first
New
half.
Mexico
I think the
Lobos.
altitude did affect the players somewhat. I think they looked a little more fatigued in the second half. But that's part of the game is pacing yourself and having enough energy to finish strong. I think both teams did finish strong. They both created some nice opportunities in the last 5 minutes of the
having
game.
an interview. So,
And of course,
please join us.
some nice play by
Thank
both
you.
clubs here tonight with a couple of good goals by each team, resulting in a tie here today. And couldn't ask for a better game from either club here on a brand new field.
Yeah, I think they both left it out on the field. Sometimes the springiness of this kind of surface takes a little bit more out of your legs than running on grass, because it's very cushioned, very running. It sort of, in some instances, kind of like running in sand a little bit. So it tires your legs a little bit more than running on regular grass. Feels nice and springy to start, but it takes its toll as well too. So there's a little bit of a downside with the synthetic surface too.
And absolutely the
one final reminder,
altitude as well is taking its toll on some of the players as well. You can see the little bit of the fatigue in going later on into the game, and it showed just a little bit, Jake.
Yeah, just especially in the middle part of the second half there. The Pioneers came out with great energy to start the second half. Really pushed the attack for about the first 15 minutes of it. Then there was a little bit of a lull, and then the Lobos kind of took about the last 10 minutes, and then it was kind of even back and forth down the end.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us here for this Division I sort of spring match, as we want to call it. Perhaps we could call it a preseason game, if anything.
Yeah, these games are used for preparation for the fall season, and the Lobos look strong. This is a conference rival, as I mentioned a couple of times. They both split fall games. They're still at 500. we didn't decide that issue. We're going to have to do it in the fall.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to take a 5-minute break, go down and interview some coaches and players, and we will be back as soon as we possibly can. Enjoy yourselves here, and don't tune off away from us. We're still going to do a lot of stuff here this evening. We got some players. We're going to interview Jeremy Fishbein for the Lobos, and of course the players and coaches will go down to the media booth, and we're going to do our thing with them. So on behalf of Jake Mosman, myself, Rudy Baca, thank you for joining us here this evening. Hope you enjoy the rest of the evening with us. Adios, everybody.